The wages of sin are death. And so when people are saying pick your poison, and it's literally something that you have to detox from and may wane on you in aesthetics that are less desirable, such as hangovers, your body is like eroding in your liver. But with your skin and your exterior, if you're getting burned alive, burned at the stake, your cells are like getting fried, right? How many times have we seen this in batteries? So attributing this literal physicality with every single skin cell on your body. This is, I think, to the likening of when people say there's a creator of the universe, he knows every atom in the universe. If you knew that, you could be able to determine the wave function of the entire universe, which would be the binary of basically every action, because every action has a wave correlation to it for its endpoint. Point A to point B is calculated through that wave, and that's why we can't know that wave, because we don't know the outcomes of situations, and that's kinematics. Shit. But with kinematics, look at these attributes I'm about to explain with physicality and what that might mean if you're going diagonal from positions that are easy. Diagonal would be the hardest. So the world's being put at odds because we don't know the difference of microscopics and biology, and here's where all the real estate is. And this is like two examples. One are examples of stretching, where going sideways to sideways, if you're really good at it, females have big thighs, they can go side to side and look really strong with articulation in that category of crotching and going side to side. Going forward and backwards is the same thing with the crotching, that's what I'm good with, but it's going diagonal from these lateral and vertical positions. We're also bending with your legs and putting one leg out as you bend horizontally. If you can contrive that into the first two examples to go diagonal, vertical and diagonal instead of side to side, forward and back. That's one thing that body attributes, I think, are attributing in like cell theory and atoms. They've got characteristics and dynamics. The more that you understand one's being lazy or not, or one's just doing pickup from catch up. There's a sidewalk, and if you're turning out of a parking lot, there might not be a sidewalk. And if there's an expensive car, they're going to be slowly going because you look like you're on a bike, a BMX community, and they don't want their insurance to get ruined by a bike. So here's what you got to do. Instead of hopping on curbs, hugging the curb and hopping with your leg, you just put one leg down and you skip until you know you're attached to a curb. And so in skipping like this, you look right at that expensive car. Then with your opposite hand, you go beep, beep. Because they're staring at you like you're a joke on two wheels for being in a lane that is exiting as they're entering. So they're going like at the speed of death slow. So this could be a thing that an atom or a cell is doing. They're contributing that with when your backpack on your back gets sweaty, you put one strap off and you carry it with one strap on. Here, let me show you. And so in this way, the sweat from your back is now having a vent at the back. So it's drying. But can cells do this? If cells are doing this and you think that they're being lazy or trying to look cool, but they're just really trying to clear out the sweat in their back, it's noticing these things in biology is where we can not be caught flat-footed or being looked at as a one legged man in an ass-kicking contest, of course she's going to be busy. And if you didn't hear the first part of this video because it was airy, a whole bunch of air blowing, it's the coordination. If you've got a big amount of muscles, specifically in your thighs, you can crouch and go side to side. Females are an easier way in doing this because their hips are wider for birthing reasons. So the articulation of doing that, if they're really strong, is one in itself. But for going forward and backwards and lunging, you can also do the same dynamic in crouching. And if you're engaging your core, you can bend one leg and stick one leg out horizontally, as opposed to going forward and sticking your leg out backwards. This is what a swan position would look like. The setup for a donkey kick. No, but if you're doing these, I think like an alien would be going, or like in hell, you're getting caught off guard constantly because everything is like eroding so diagonal from these two positions that you're so articulate in, is something that would be achievable if you had extension. Extension of those two dynamics and knowing how to go cutting them out from the center fold to envelope outwards. And cells do have this mentality because their DNA is in the center and the articulation is their cell walls. There's a whole bunch of them.